I'm Diana Felzone, and this is In the Zone on FoxNews.com. Dr. Danielle Shaypuck isn't a fashion model, but for New York Fashion Week, she strutted her stuff on the runway in a wheelchair. The former Miss Wheelchair New York may not be your typical model, however, she's certainly a role model. Dr. Shaypuck joins us in the Fox 411 studio to discuss her involvement with one of fashion's biggest events and how she aims to raise awareness for people with disabilities.
I was invited by the designer Carrie Hammer to be in her first runway show, and she used role models as the models on the runway. So they were influential females in the community. I have my PhD in clinical psychology, so I am a psychologist who works with adults, and my day job is at a clinic, and I work with individuals with chronic and persistent mental illness. But I also have a private therapy practice where I treat people over Skype, and I engineered it that way to make it easier for people with disabilities to come to therapy.
Dr. Shaypuck has been wheelchair dependent since childhood due to spinal muscular atrophy and is an advocate for people with disabilities.
Everyone wants to be stylish, and people with disabilities have been completely ignored by the fashion industry. In the magazines, in runway shows, and it doesn't even make sense, because just because you're in a wheelchair doesn't mean you don't care about the way you look or the clothes you wear. So it just is time to include people with physical disabilities into this world. I remember reading fashion magazines throughout my teenage years, and even now I still do it on a daily basis. And I never see anyone in a wheelchair. They're never part of any campaign, so to speak, any perfume ads or makeup or clothing. And it makes, as a reader, it makes you feel excluded. You know, it just feels like, okay, I'm not really a part of it. You know, when we're consumers like everyone else.
The 35-year-old aims to alter the attitude society has about people with disabilities.
I want to change the image of people with physical disabilities. So, because unfortunately it's still out there, these negative stereotypes, and they're really prevalent, and they're really negative, and they include things like, if you have a physical disability, you're not sexy, you're not glamorous, you're not stylish, and that's simply not true. I mean, it's 2014, and this community, I mean, we're educated, we're professionals, we're married, we have children, we're single, we're dating. You know, we've been integrated in a lot of areas except this one area. So I hope to really change that image, and I think it would have a huge impact on also just the well-being of our whole community. It would be nice to have someone with a disability modeling these clothes. And I'm talking clothes not just, you know, from the whole spectrum, from lower price range all the way up to top designers.
For more on Dr. Danielle Shaypuck, go to FoxNews.com. You're now in the zone.